You guys are crazy. You guys are freaking. You guys are just nuts.
Representative Adam Putnam.
Thank you very much. Chairman, when you blazed through with the approval of those minutes, I thought that on a word-for-word basis, you gave your folks longer to read them than we had to read the health care bill. Folks, I'm not running for the most glamorous office on the ballot, but I'll be brief because I understand there's one or two other items of business on your agenda this evening. But I want to talk to you about the future of Florida. The introduction was very kind, and it spent a fair amount of time talking about Washington. And I tell you what, I don't tear down the institution that is the first article in our Constitution, because it is where the power of the people rests. But I will criticize what's going on in Washington right now.
Okay, great. Yes, sir.
Called Fall of the Republic. We're just trying to show. Are you familiar with the New World Order?
The what?
The New World Order, what they're trying to set up.
Oh, no, they got a picture. I'm here for
under Barack Obama?
Yeah. Well, they're doing it's under
both parties, man.
Both parties. There's really no change. Bush is continuing.
One global government?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and we're against that, okay? And speaking about the stimulus bill, it's been reported that I read an article that you had gotten money off the stimulus bill and had paid yourself off the stimulus bill.
You know, I didn't vote for the stimulus bill, Barack Obama's stimulus bill. It's borrowing money from China.
Yeah, what about TRP, when you borrowed money from them and you got it into your colonial bank, you borrowed hundreds of millions of dollars and you invested it in your colonial bank?
Well, I did vote for TARP because I felt like we were looking into the abyss, and if you don't have, we would have had bank failures unlike anything we've seen, including during the Depression.
Do you understand that it's not the government's responsibility to bail out banks like that? The government should have the authority to go in and bail out banks like that because it's supposed to bail. You can't just cross them.
What's important is they basically lied to us about it. Instead of using it for toxic assets, they used it for capital infusion, which turned out to be a huge mistake. A lot of people don't realize how much has been paid back, about $350 billion the government's made off of that so far. And it's not something that I think any of us would ever want to live through again, like what we went through when you saw mutual.
Are you for ending the Federal Reserve?
I'm on Ron Paul to transparency.
And voted yes on HR 1207, right? The bill?
Transparency.
Yes.
Ron Paul?
Yeah, I'm a
that's
co-sponsor.
what he was speaking of. Oh, you are?
I'm a co-sponsor of that.
Okay, great.
Another question that's kind of more pertinent with our civil liberties kind of eroding and a lot of problems taking place with the war on terror. I was wondering if you would consider a new investigation into 9/11 with all the revelations that's come to place ever since 9/11. The actual commission report came out. Would you support a new independent investigation into it?
What is it about the original report that you find?
Well, I mean, World Trade Center 7 was never hit by a plane and went down in 6.5 seconds.
So you believe the whole thing was made up?
The only building? No,
you believe 9/11 was made up?
Of course not, sir. I don't believe the events. 3,000 people died. That's what I'm here.
You don't believe that 19 hijackers pulled it off?
What about?
Sir, that's not what I'm disputing. I'm disputing the events that took place in buildings that were never attacked by these purported criminals and these terrorists. They were never hit.
What is your hypothesis?
No, I was just asking as a congressman and representative of my area if you would support support an investigation into the attack. I mean, I'm not saying I have no idea who it is.
Well, you clearly are unsatisfied with the previous recommendations.
World Trade Center 7 went down in 6.5 seconds. It was never hit by anything.
What is it that you believe took place?
I have no idea. I'm not here to make conclusions about the events. I just would like a new investigation.
I'm pretty satisfied that 19 Islamic jihadists boarded airplanes and took them over and steered them into the heart of our economic model to make a statement to the public.
Are you aware that most of the hijackers were trained here in the United States by the FBI?
You guys are crazy. You guys are freaking crazy. You guys are just nuts.
Sir, they
know
that
by the FBI.
They were.
You guys are like nuts.
Again with the hijackers. Many of them were actually trained within U.S. military bases. On September 15, 2001, Newsweek reported that U.S. military sources have given information that suggests 5 of the alleged hijackers received training at secure U.S. military installations in the 90s. Saeed Al-Ghamdi, Ahmed Al-Nami, and Ahmed Al-Ghamdi listed their address on driver's licenses and car registrations as the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, Florida. Another indication of how the hijackers were tied to U.S. bases was reported on September 12 by Fox in D.C. They stated, congratulatory phone calls were made from a separate aeronautical school in Florida, which suggests inside help for the hijackers.
You know 6 out of 10 of the 9/11 commissioners?
No credibility anymore. If you believe that the FBI engineered 9/11. I'm done. I'm done.
Say one thing,
I'm done talking to crazy people.
Representative of my local area, can I ask you one more question?
Absolutely.
An FBI agent, Cybel Edmonds, came out and said that the FBI, the CIA, different secret services within our own government was planning an attack, and there was an imminent attack. She said this before 9/11 ever took place.
Dude, you
5
guys
months.
are crazy.
Sir, it's an investigation.
Bin Laden was the CIA
Sir,
Okay, listen.
I'm done.
Can I make one more point, sir? 6 out of 10 of the 9/11 commissioners say their official report.
Anything that you were saying undermines.
Can I just ask
you're rewriting history?
The government rewrites.
He's going to look at it.
Sir,
I'm satisfied with what happened on 9/11 being 19 Islamic jihadists who were not operating.
but you know, people are dying in the Middle East for that.
never got hit by anything.
Sir, Cybel Edmonds came out and said
9/11 was an inside job, sir. Please, 6 out of 10 of the 9/11 commissioners say their official report's a hoax. Sir, I hope you know that. The victim family members support a new investigation into 9/11, sir. Remember,
Take care, guys.
6 out of 10 of the 9/11 commissioners demand new say their official report's a hoax. Just so we can
See you, buddy. That's right. Good to see you. All right, good to see you.
You don't want to be complicit in treason.
Don't you know that's all of us, all us volunteers are good for?
Congressman, 6 out of 10 of the 9/11 commissioners supported say their official report's a hoax. I wanted to make that one last point to you.